All right, let's start it off then.
Let's go crazy!
Oh.
This is a certified hood classic.
Piece of power.
That's how we popping it off. What up? It's your boy Sinfanta.
And it's not him all the boss of the Bravehearts with our special guests.
Yeah, DX the motherfucking great.
And this time we ain't rushing through this. This time we full in here. We're in here.
Yeah.
Up in with a seatbelt, you heard?
Oh, where's my seatbelt?
Yo. I'm so happy that we doing this again, bro, because we got DX here, no time limits.
Yeah.
No nobody rushing us out. Don't gotta go to work after this.
Yeah.
We do it live. We're doing it live.
I was so sad last time because we had to rush because there was a lot going on, but no, not today. We here.
Dude,
We're here for it.
It was amazing.
So how was everybody's week? Thank you for tuning in once again. Guys, make sure you like. Make sure you subscribe. Make sure you go to the YouTube and hit that subscribe again. And leave a review on Apple Podcasts. I cannot stress this enough.
Facts.
Follow me on twitch.tv/Sinfanta. Follow Marv on twitch.tv/Bravery Arcade. And follow DX the Great at twitch.tv- what is it now?
DX_ the great.
Exactly.
You guys don't even want to know the mission we was on to find out DX's fucking Twitch channel.
Yeah, that was on me. That was on me.
That's
man.
some stoner shit.
I wasn't too sure of myself under them circumstances.
Yeah. Yo, it was like National Treasure with Nicolas Cage.
All three tried to crack the code. Like, he's like, let me try this. He's like, I'm gonna try this. And I'm like, you know what? Let me try my PlayStation.
We were listen, for those listening on Apple and Spotify, we were quite literally going through both of our phones, and DX is over there like, you know what? I'll figure this out. And in 2 seconds, he was, yeah, I got it. It's right here. And we're just like looking at each other like,
struggle and shit. Like,
But my week was good, bro. My week was good. Lots of work. Kicked a little ass. Still trying to beat God Rugal in CVS2. Yo, just to get to this guy is a mission, bro. And I got the difficulty all the way on the highest, all the stars. So doing this, I've been doing it for 2 weeks already, and I'm having fun though. So I'm not even gonna stop.
Chun-Li did that shit to you,
bro. Chun-Li disrespected my whole religion, bro.
Word.
Like, no respect. I did a super on her. The minute I got right like a quarter inch away close to her, she hit me with her super. Bang! I was like, what? I ain't never seen no shit like that.
I've never seen such that either.
Oh my God. Disrespected my whole nationality, religion, ethnicity, culture. I let my whole country down. Like,
you let America.
I let America down.
Let's get into this before we get into each other's weeks. I hope everybody out there had an amazing week. Let us know in the comments down below on YouTube, and also let us know on Apple with reviews how you've been feeling about the situation. Now, Marv, what have you done this week other than get your ass whooped in Capcom versus SMK2?
That's pretty much it, man. That's pretty much it. That disrespect that Chun-Li gave me, I'm still feeling it. You remember that conversation we were having before the stream that we can't talk about now? That you got so mad that you had to do something? Bro, that's how I felt with Chun-Li. I felt like she she disrespected like just how you were describing it earlier.
Damn.
Yeah.
And DX, what have you been up to?
Oh man, I had the wildest weekend ever. I slept.
Sometimes you gotta do it.
Yo, I want to Twitch so bad, man. But every time I get ready to, I just be like, over.
Damn, Sin's
My man dropped the mic on me.
Sin's drunk over here.
I can't do
I
it.
said you sleep.
Yo, Sin.
Oh God. No.
Yeah, man.
No. Oh my God, just did it.
Hold up, time out, because your mic is sounding wild now.
Yeah, it sound like you biting it, chewing it, juggling it.
No.
Hold on. Testing 1, 2, 3. Give me a testing 1, 2, 3.
Testing 1, 2, 3.
All right, sounds back to normal.
1, 2,
now.
3.
You're back to normal.
Yeah, I could not breathe. Like as soon as I was about to say something, the cat just decided that it was the end of the world.
What your cat? Your cat farted?
Nope. It must be worse because I cannot breathe.
Dang.
Holy. Yo, Cat Fonta over here wilding and disrespecting.
Man, meow meow mix drive by.
Don't ask me about my week. That's exactly what happened. That's it. I don't want to talk about it.
Damn.
Touche. Ron Simmons over here.
Oh shit.
Damn.
All right, can I just get into the news? I don't want to talk about the smell that's like killing me right now.
Yo, well, we had a really slow week for Nintendo news pretty much, but we did have we do have a little bit some Pyra Myrthra stuff going on.
We're gonna burn through that. We're gonna burn through that because we got some Sony stuff we're gonna discuss. But
that's why we got the extra in the building holding it down for the boys in blue, Sony boys.
And for those that don't think that I don't like for those that think that I don't like Sony, it's not that I still can't find the freaking PlayStation 5. I need one. So if anybody has a PlayStation 5, you can send to me.
Don't buy a PS5, bro. Why you want a PS5? There's no games for it.
You're right.
I love Sony and I don't even want one.
Yeah, I don't have one. DX don't have one. You can be playing that shit solo.
Okay, so here's the thing.
Maybe when God of War comes out.
The new news that happened with Pyra and Myrthra stems from one thing. When Pyra and Myrthra first came out, there were it wasn't even a big vocal community. It was just a minority of a community that decided to be hugely vocal about the fact that there's been other characters that got added to Smash Bros. That have jigglies and they don't have the jiggle physics like any other normal, actual woman. And so it turns out that when Pyra and Myrthra come about, sure enough, she actually has jiggles. And those
so they put her polygons to work.
Word.
They put her polygons to work.
They put them to work. You said there's other characters that have it too?
No, there's no other characters.
They're the first ones that have bouncing, bouncing balloons.
No. It isn't even about the
Google them.
It isn't even about the fact that they're big. It's because there's other characters that could have had it, but they didn't. So they've also nerfed Zero Suit Samus and her look. And let me lower my voice a little bit. I apologize about that. And Pyra and Myrthra got so many people up in a tizzy that somebody decided to mod Pyra and Myrthra in unsavory ways. In such an unsavory way that you can see everything. Everything.
Everything?
Everything.
Yeah, well, yeah. Shout out to that guy. I be wondering these guys that make naked women mods in games. They got a lot of time on their hands, bro, to do all that.
They feel like superheroes after they finish.
Yeah,
right?
They're like, look, I made what you wanted to see.
Yeah,
but that's the thing. I'm gonna ask you guys.
Oh Lord.
I'm gonna ask you guys an honest opinion, and this is my opinion, though. However,
boy,
when I was younger, like I'm talking about, in my early teens, if I would have saw something like that, I'd be like, oh, nice, something I can, too, right? After 20, the real thing is more important. And so when you see something like that, you wonder, what is the use for it?
For cosplay.
Realistically, like, answer me this for you. Like, are you as an adult in your age gonna look at something like that and go,
Damn.
Well, I think it's like how DX said, they feel like superheroes when they finish it, because a bunch of kids are gonna go. Well, adults too. I'm not even gonna put it. I ain't gonna put that past. I ain't gonna put that past no adults that they're gonna do that.
not me.
Yeah. If I had time on my hands, I'd go check it out at least. I'm not even gonna sit here and act holier than thou.
I did, and it looks amazing, but it's not. Listen, I'm trying to realistically picture pitch you the picture that after the first initial shock, it doesn't serve a purpose.
Yeah, it's like, yo, this is like something that happens with almost every game. Like I remember Tomb Raider on PS1. My friends in the playground told me a million times there's a cheat code to get her naked. I tried it a million times. I probably would have still been if I'd never aged. Let's say I stayed 15 forever. I probably would have been here right now trying it in the background as we go. The podcast was going on.
Now, when any of you were younger, did you have any kind of pictures as posters in your wall that were?
Nah, my mother would have killed me.
I wasn't allowed to have no
hell
posters.
no. Posters, no. But if I found something. I think I had a little cutout of like what's that chick? One of those chicks from Baywatch. I forgot her name. The most famous one.
Pamela.
Yeah, I had a Pamela Anderson picture, and my mom found it, and I was like, "Oh, that's my cousin's." He told me to hold it for him.
Damn, always blame the cousin.
Put him under the bus completely.
Well, I don't know how to make the transition to the next story because I'm trying to move to the Nintendo store. We're just gonna do it. There is no transition from Pyra Myrthra mod naked to
yeah.
Pokemon,
How do you transform this? How do you transition?
So we're gonna go ahead and talk about it. So guys, this upcoming week we have a couple games coming up. We have the new Pokemon Snap game, which looks amazing. It looks fantastic. It's everything we asked for those that are fans. Mm-hmm. And finally, we have Monster Hunter Rise, which I am extremely excited for, and I am kidnapping Marv to play with me.
Damn, you heard it here first.
You and J Kid want me to play this game so bad, and it's like I tried it. I'll play it. Who knows? I might like it. I don't know.
They want to coach you through it.
Word. That's what I do. I don't like being coached, but
I could just picture J Kid like, follow me, I'll show you the new monsters.
He did do that the whole time.
I don't like that. What I would like to do is just have like a week.
A whole week. A whole week.
I'm sorry, J Kid. You know it's all us.
J Kid, we love you. We love you, J Kid.
Yeah, I'm gonna play it, but I'm gonna be honest. It's not really my type of game, but I'll try it out for a week.
Well, the thing is that they haven't made a game like it before. The prior game, Monster Hunter World, was too easy. It had way too many. Well, in my opinion, it was way too streamlined. And then the ones prior to that were so hardcore that they weren't entry level fun. This is a hybrid, and I would like to bring you on and have you for a week enjoy it. And if you do not enjoy it, then so be it.
Yeah, it sounds like he's trying to take me on vacation over here. You ain't even buy me a drink yet.
I'll take you on vacation anytime.
Give me a week.
You trying what's it called when you're in a cult? You trying to convert me to the cult? Drink the Kool-Aid.
I forgot to say what. Okay, no, stop it. I forgot to say what games I have been playing, and so obviously the Smash Bros is always there. I've played Mario Kart. I've played Bravely Default 2. Shout out to my community for buying me that. And I played I think it's called The Collection of Mana, which has Final Fantasy Adventures, Trials of Mana, and Secret of Mana all in one for like $10.
Sounds
so it's 3 separate games.
Yes.
Okay.
I've been enjoying that. And moving on from that, we also have a reminder, and this is something that has me extremely upset. Super Mario 3D All-Stars is about to go away March 31st. Nintendo, what are you doing?
From the store?
From being able from being able from being able to get it ever again.
What the fuck? How do you do that?
They made it so that it's only a temporary acquisition.
Wow, Nintendo. That's why I don't fuck with y'all now. Excuse my language. That's some corny shit, though, man. Like, why would you do? I don't like that.
It's one of the moves. Nintendo does so many good things, and then the few bad things that they do, they're so extraneously bad that it just hits you in the face.
It's like they're trying to be Disney, but they're like the reverse Disney.
Yeah.
Like they'll put their movies out and we're gonna put it in the vault for a 30. They'll never come back out. Then
You know, that's exactly why they're doing it, because they're using that Disney strategy. Oh, we're gonna put it in the vault. You can't buy it no more after a certain time.
And
It rushes
I
sales.
will say, you know what's surprising? You remember the Super Mario Bros. 35 game that they released
On the Wii, right?
Yeah, no, the Switch. It's a free for all ish.
Oh, yeah, I know what you're talking about.
Yeah, well, guess what? That's gonna go out of service to next month, and that's not as if like, oh, if you bought it, you can still play it, and then if you didn't buy it, you can't play it. No, that one is going out of service. Period. Even though it has millions playing it right now.
Friday the 13th, you only could play like local shit.
Really?
They shut their servers down.
Nothing.
I think you only could do that, or they're not patching it anymore or some shit like that.
Nothing.
But they gave up on it.
You can't play it even offline.
I don't like games that do that, but it is what it is, I guess.
So my whatever. I'm gonna move on because we got a lot to go through. Next thing. Crash Bandicoot 4 is finally out on the Switch, and it's safe to say, guys, Crash Bandicoot 4 on the Switch runs just as good as PS5, the other Xbox that I don't give two craps about, the other Xbox I don't give two craps about, and the PS4, and it runs as well as on the Switch. It is definitely worth it. I would say if you are an enthusiast of taking your games with you, get it on the Switch. It's 100% worth it.
Hey. Shout
I
out
hate to burst your bubble, but it's not that much energy into that Sony game, so I think that's why it runs smooth. Switch.
Crash Bandicoot 4?
No. So how it works is that game was originally, the franchise used to actually cap at 30 frames per second. So it's one of those enigmas where they got lucky with the fact that it runs at 30 frames per second originally, and throughout the years they've never had to max it out at 60 up until like PS5 era. So it runs well. Even the graphical engine, the Unreal Engine, runs on Switch pretty well, and so that's amazing to know. And I'm happy that it does run on Switch because we need more ports like that. And I think that's about it. That we everything that we have for Nintendo, guys.
Yeah, Nintendo had a slow week. They had a slow week, and they
That's crazy.
So nothing. The major news that came out this week has been for other consoles. The first thing we're gonna start off with is Square Enix presents 2021 showcase, where Square Enix showed off a bunch of games. Now this bugged me out because it says Square Enix event, but it's really not about Square Enix Japan. It's more like Square Enix West, like Europe and America, because they showed off like Life is Strange. They showed off a couple other, like it showed off like some shooting game, and then they showed off Marvel's Avengers, the Square Enix Avengers.
They're still trying to save that bullshit.
They are trying. They are fighting. Yeah, they're fighting for their life, bro.
I'm fighting for my life. Y'all killing me with this.
Square Enix and Marvel are trying so hard to save that game that I feel like they made this whole presentation about Marvel. It was really about the Avengers. Every other game they showed was like baby food games. That whole presentation was about the Avengers. So let me tell you what they showed. They showed off Black Panther. They're like, oh, we got a new character. I think they also showed off like Hawkeye gameplay, because I don't know if Hawkeye,
he has his own little arc too.
He got his own story mode or whatever now too. And the game still is what it is. It's not impressive. Graphics are still ugly. Character models are ugly. Gameplay is bland, generic. Like, why did you guys make this game? Why did you even bother? Like, why did you even put this effort into this?
think
Like-
they lost the bet.
Like, stop it. Stop it. Get some help.
They lost the
Get some
bet.
help.
Because
Um,
even when that trailer dropped, when they first talked about the game, I was like, so fucking what? Like, who cares? Then they show gameplay. It's like, okay, that's pretty cool, but that's gonna get annoying after a while. Like, oh, I gotta look for this green wall to run like the Hulk, or I gotta do this to do like Black Widow's takedown. Like, it's like, like that's gonna get boring pretty fast.
Bro, the game is a bore. The game is that's exactly how you could describe it. It's a bore.
Yeah.
You don't do nothing. You fight mobs and you walk around. That's all you do in that game.
And you just level it up.
And you're leveling up. And it's a games as a service game. So it's like Destiny and like freaking Anthem. Like these games as a service games are like the worst cash grabs. It just got all that gotcha shopping stuff in it, just so you can spend money on costumes for the characters. Like Marvel and Square Enix definitely dropped the ball. They definitely dropped the ball on this game.
So what I feel like is, and this is from an outside perspective looking in, they were just essentially just looking to have a cash cow from the younger audience. What do you guys think?
I agree with you. They're always looking for a cash grab.
I mean, that's what it is at the end of the day. It's like about the cash grab, but you want to present a game that's gonna have longevity. That's all.
Yes, agreed. You when you make a video game, you're doing it for money. That's it. There's no other reason. Rocky 3 was a good movie, right? So, what the thing is, they didn't put no effort into the game. They really didn't put their hearts into it. Moving forward, another piece of Marvel Avengers news. The guys that made Spider-Man, Sony Spider-Man, the one on PS3 and PS4. I'm sorry, PS4 and PS5. My mistake. Game over, yeah. They said Spider-Man ain't coming to the Avengers no time soon. No time soon.
What?
It was originally announced that they were going to add Spider-Man and that they were going to merge the universes. The Sony Spider-Man game, they were going to merge the universe of the Square Enix Avengers game. But they said he's probably going to come, but it ain't going to be no time soon. This is the exact story from Kotaku. Spider-Man is still coming to Marvel's Avengers. It will remain exclusively the PS4 and PS5. However, the developers of the game confirmed that the original release window for Spidey, early 2021, is no longer accurate. Talking to IGN, Crystal Dynamics head of studio Scott Amos explained the playable Spider-Man is still being worked on and is still on our roadmap for the future. Interestingly, Spider-Man isn't on a just released roadmap for the future of the Avengers. Instead, the plan ends in summer with the release of Black Panther and the new expansion of Wakanda. And according to Amos, Spider-Man won't be arriving until after Black Panther, far beyond the original promised window of 2021. I feel like Sony they saw how bad the game was doing, and they were like, "Whoa, we don't know. We don't want to put our boy Spidey in there." Yes, he is part of the Marvel universe, but these are video games. This is a whole different universe. So we don't know if we want to merge these games yet, because associating ourselves with that game could hurt our game, because you are who you hang with. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
You gotta look like a lame-o.
Yeah. I mean, how would he even look in the game? Because the graphics in Square Enix's Avengers looks 10 times worse than Sony's Spider-Man. He would have looked horrible in that game either way. So
Captain America got did dirty. Ugh.
Everybody got did dirty, bro. Everybody. Yeah. Black Widow, I think, got the worst.
Can somebody explain to me what the heck Outriders is about?
I think it's a shooting game. I want to say that's that game, like the Demon Apocalypse game.
Yeah, it's another game that Square Enix showed. And it's a good thing you bring that up. It's a shooting game from Square Enix. It's supposed to capitalize on the whole Apex crowd. From what I saw, it looks like 3v3 multiplayer combat.
But I'm thinking of something else then.
No, yeah, I don't know. But Outriders is a 3v3 shooting game from Square Enix, and This goes to show Square Enix's low pedigree now and their low prestige. I don't know if you guys remember back in the days when Square Enix used to put out games and they were only known for their RPGs. And RPGs were like the prestige of video games. They're like, you play an RPG, you're like either a genius or a super nerd. You were one or the other. And most of the time...
you know what is funny? That there's a branch, I don't know, they're a branch company. and their
Now.
game doesn't even. I'm sorry, did I interrupt you?
No. I said now. You're right. Now, yeah.
They have a branch company that made a game for Switch called Bravely Default 2.
Mm-hmm.
And one of my fans bought it for me, and I thought it was gonna be ass, and believe it or not, I enjoyed it. And so I don't know what's happening with the main branch of Square Enix, but the off brand is making amazing games.
No. What you're talking about is the main branch of Square Enix. You're talking about Square Enix Japan. So Square Enix Japan is still the JRPG company. Square Enix Japan is still Final Fantasy, Dragon Quest, Bravely Default, Octopath Traveler. That's Square Enix Japan.
Yeah, that was great. All of those were great. Yeah. Okay.
So what Square Enix did on last week, I don't remember what day of the week it was they showed off their Western games. Like Square Enix also owns Tomb Raider. Square Enix West also owns Tomb Raider. They also own Hitman.
The new Tomb Raider?
The new Tomb Raider is a Square Enix game.
Oh, fuck, you're right.
Yep. So was Hitman, but they sold Hitman. Hitman is now independent.
Stop dropping so many F-bombs. We can't put it on YouTube.
I'm sorry.
It's Julio. But yeah, so they also owned Hitman, but they sold it and went independent. They owned a couple other stuff too, but this is Life is Strange is another Square Enix game. Point being that Square Enix Japan and Square Enix West are like two very different companies making two very different kinds of games. And it's hurting the brand overall, Square Enix, because sometimes you'll get gold and sometimes you'll get freaking bronze. So
yeah, because I'm finalizing looking through Outriders, and it seems like it's not that bad of a game, but I don't know enough.
It just doesn't hold that pedigree of what Square Enix was once known for.
Fair enough.
Is my whole
question.
point with that.
Who did Dynasty Warriors?
Koei.
Yeah,
Koei
That's
Tecmo.
right. I'm getting it confused.
and by the way, they did
Koei.
an amazing game doing Hyrule Warriors.
Yeah. I haven't played it, but shout out to them with that. They're killing it. They're definitely killing with the crossover with Zelda. Both Hyrule Warriors and what's the other one?
Listen, I'll be the
Calamity?
first to admit,
Age
I
of Calamity.
crapped on them. I crapped on them so hard until I played the demo, and now like I don't have the money to buy it, but I would buy it if I had the money. Moving on. Sorry.
No, you.
I'm looking through the live stream as you guys are talking about this.
It's Julio. More comic book video game news. Gotham Knights, which was, I guess, I don't know if it was a spin-off from Arkham City universe or if it's his own thing. It kind of looks like it plays like the Arkham games, but multiplayer.
It's its own thing.
It's its own thing, but it kind of looks like it could be an Arkham game, but it's not.
The Arkham game is the Suicide Squad.
Correct. So either ways, looks like Arkham Knights got delayed until 2022. Reading from Kotaku, Warner Brothers Montreal announced that Gotham Knights has been delayed until 2022. 2022. The game was announced of August last year during the DC Digital Showcase event. It was originally planned to come out sometime 2021. Gotham Knights can be played alone or with a friend via co-op. It was developed by Warner Bros. Montreal. The studio's last game was Arkham Origins, which was a prequel to Rocksteady's acclaimed Arkham trilogy of games. While Gotham Knights appears to share some gameplay similarities with the title, Warner Bros. Has confirmed that it takes place in a new universe and is not a sequel to the Arkham games, so DX is correct.
Yeah, I'm always on the case.
Meanwhile, Rocksteady is off making the Suicide Squad game, Kill the Justice League, another co-op game set in the DC universe. It's coming out 2022 as well. So, pretty much the only news here is that the game was delayed. But I wanna take this moment to just point out how generic this game looks. Just how bad it looks too.
It looks like you should play it on a tablet,
bro. This is another thing that looks like it's going to be a games as a service type of game, just like Marvel's Avengers or Square Enix's
Marvel's
Avengers.
Avengers.
Pretty much, this is DC's version of Square Enix Avengers, where it's going to be like buying costumes and upgrading and playing multiplayer and stuff like that too. So it's a bad little time right now for comic book video games. Where like 10 years ago we had the Arkham series going hard.
Tell me which one was your favorite. I would admit all three of them.
I like all three. I like all three. Maybe Arkham City is probably like my favorite, just because it had the most of everything. It had the most of everything. It's a Metroidvania kind of game. Like you explore everywhere, you find upgrades, and it didn't have the car. The car ruined part 3. Arkham.
It made it so corny.
that tank Batmobile, oh, they ruined it with that. They leaned too much on it.
The Batmobile missions.
Yeah.
It was like it was cool to just jump into your shit. Like,
it would be cool if it just took you from point A to point B, but then they make you fight bosses inside of it and fight robots.
Yeah.
I just finished looking through the Tomb Raider things. Are you meaning to tell me, Anderson, because I don't know, you meaning to tell me they're going to redo older Lara Croft games with the newer designs and it's just like a redo?
I don't know. I don't know, to be honest with you. I know.
They made it to 2. They gave it to me for free, but Mara told me don't play it. He'll disown me.
Yeah, I probably wouldn't chill with you no more, bro, if you play Tomb Raider.
He said he respected his body.
No way.
No way. I respect my body, man.
I gotta mute my mic. I gotta.
Yeah, I do not respect Tomb Raider games no more. Not since PS1.
That's crazy.
I do
You
not
didn't
have
like
no
the
respect.
first one?
Nah, I don't respect Tomb Raider games.
Damn.
But I don't like the new ones. The reboot, I don't like it. They took away. They made it like Uncharted, which I get. Uncharted was kind of like Tomb Raider anyway. They're kind of similar, but at the same time, no, I don't even have no good reason for hating it. I just hate it.
No.
Okay, no, sorry. I gotta mute my mic again.
I don't even have a good reason to hate. I'm just being the biggest hater right now. I don't even have a good reason. I just do not fuck with Tomb Raider right now at all.
Hey, man, it's not your cup of tea. It's cool.
It's not for me. It's not for me, and I don't respect people who play it.
Okay, I'm good. I'm sorry.
Back to the Arkham. What is it? Arkham Knights.
Gotham Knights.
Gotham Knights. See, that shows how much I don't care. Gotham Knights. Don't sleep on Arkham Origins because that game was alright.
Oh, no.
They might make something nice. No, I'm saying they might make something nice with this.
They
game,
might.
Arkham Knights.
They might.
But it looks so basic.
Yeah, they're not doing a good job presenting it.
Facts. It just looks like, oh, you could just grapple over here, blow up this. That's basic stuff.
Arkham Origins was good. Like the way you fought Deathstroke in that game.
Oh, that shit was.
That was hard, but I think people didn't like it because it wasn't made by Rocksteady. Like once you tell somebody this is the Kmart brand or the Walgreens brand.
Am I bugging or was it Eidos or how do you pronounce it?
Okay, so Eidos started the Arkham series, but then it got sold to Warner Brothers, and then Warner Brothers started his own video game company called Warner Brothers Games, which they make Mortal Kombat and they make the Arkham games.
Word.
And Injustice games. But then Eidos got brought by Square Enix, so everything that used to be Eidos now is Square Enix.
Ooh.
That's why they got Tomb Raider.
I don't understand the appeal of Life is Strange. Moving on.
Life is Strange. Life is Strange. Is for like teenagers. It's for like people going through depression, and I understand why this exists. Mental health is a big condition that people are going through right now. It's depression is at an all-time high. I do a podcast where they were telling me that like in the 80s, kids never had depression. Never. No kid went to school and said I was depressed in the 80s or in the 90s. Depression is like among kids is a new recent thing. And Life is Strange is for that crowd that feels outcast and depression based and mental health issues. Life is Strange is for them. And I don't knock it. You know what I'm saying? Everybody goes through what they go through and it is what it is. So I get why that game exists. It's for that crowd. But it's definitely not my cup of tea either, though. I would not touch that game with a 70-foot pole.
It was just a simple plan.
I guess so.
I was just a kid. You know what I'm saying? They're just depressed and shit. I don't know, man. Like, that game doesn't... I seen, like, trailers. They tried to give it for free, too, on PlayStation. And I was like, I ain't playing that shit.
It's like press button to decide decision, and then the rest of the game plays itself.
Yeah, it does.
But it's just like Heavy Rain. That's why I can't knock that game because Heavy Rain is pretty cool. Like
it's a storybook game, what I call them. Some people call them adventure games, but I feel like that's not an adventure game because you don't go on an adventure. I call them
press left.
I call them like story games because all there is story. There's no gameplay.
It's like a pop-up book.
It's like a pop-up book with graphics.
Yeah,
but I don't know. Life is Strange. People like that game a lot. Like I remember Moth. Remember Moth we had on the podcast not too long ago. She was mentioning that she's a fan of Life is Strange, and a lot of people can relate with that game. But not my cup of tea. Not really for my generation either. But moving forward, scroll to the left. We got the Resident Evil movie reboot movie. Finally gets its title. If you guys don't know, this is not the Resident Evil movie that's getting made on Netflix. Netflix has its own Resident Evil movie coming out, which is
That's the CGI one, right?
that's a CGI one, which is a continuation of the other CGI Resident Evil movies. This movie's a reboot of the Mila Djokovic movies, and it goes back to square one.
Damn.
It goes back to square one, and they finally gave it a title, and it's called Resident Evil Welcome to Raccoon City. I don't know.
They just didn't care.
I don't know if that's a good title or not.
Welcome to Raccoon City.
It's not a bad title, but it's kind of like, all right, I guess. Okay.
It's an introduction title.
Yeah.
Welcome to our Raccoon City.
Before you continue down this plot line, has any of you seen, what's her name? Gila, what was it?
Mila Djokovic.
Mila Djokovic. Have you seen her in the Monster Hunter movie?
No,
I refuse to watch that trash.
I'm not.
Yeah, don't do it. Don't do it.
I'm not.
I've lost 67 minutes of my life.
I knew you were going to do that to yourself.
I wouldn't do it. I wouldn't touch that either. But I mean, from what I'm hearing and from the pictures I've seen of the Resident Evil movie reboot, it looks like they're being really close to the game.
Pictures?
They got set pictures already. They showed off the police station. They showed off the mansion. Apparently, the mansion is scary as hell. They're hyping this movie up. It's just not getting a lot of attention from fans, and I think it's because there's too much Resident Evil news already coming out, and it's getting blurred.
Word.
The message is getting blurred.
Dreams.
Yeah, because they got the Netflix movie. They got Resident Evil 8 that got announced recently. They got this movie coming out. They got the actors for this movie that they're showing. The actors look on point too. Like the girl they got to play Claire Redfield looks a lot like Claire. Leon looks a lot like Leon. Chris Redfield. I think DX probably knows this guy's name. Robbie Amell will play Chris Redfield. Is that Arrow?
Oh, that's Arrow's brother.
Oh yeah. So he's gonna play Chris Redfield.
I could see it. I can see it more than Prison Break Mike playing him.
Yo, Prison Break Mike is he's a bad actor. He's funny, but he's a bad actor.
I just can't see him as Chris.
I couldn't see him as Captain Cold, but he does it, I guess.
He was, I don't know, man. Yeah, man, I don't know. Prison Break.
Yeah. But Prison Break Mike is actually oh no, he's not in this movie at all. My bad. Wrong.
He was Chris in the other movie.
Yeah, he was Chris in the other movie. But either way, like this movie looks like it's gonna be good, but I think nobody's hyped for it because there's so much Resident Evil stuff going on right now that the message is getting blurred. But what?
I think it's gonna be gory.
Apparently it's gonna be rated R. It's gonna be gory. It's gonna be, it's gonna. They don't have a release date for it yet. I'm just scanning through the article on IGN, but. Shout out to Resident Evil Welcome to Raccoon City. Maybe it'll be better than the Mila Djokovic.
They're probably trying to pull the Mortal Kombat. Let's make it rated R.
Well, Resident Evil movies have always been rated R, though. They just never really, they never cursed. They never, did anything too crazy.
It was rated R for no reason.
It was rated R because it has zombies in it. Once you put gory zombies people in it, you have to make it rated R.
Yeah, because they're dead.
Mm-hmm.
But they ain't even do no damage except get popped.
Pretty much.
And bite Mike Epps.
GTA.
Yeah, come on, man. Yeah, I think that's why they don't have faith, because all of those sequels.
That's another thing too. Nobody's hyped for the new Resident Evil movie because we've had almost 10 other Resident Evil movies, which have all been worse and worse as it continues. But moving forward, finally, let's lean into the Sony news. First things first, we got new PlayStation VR controls. No more magic wand with a little ball on it. They ditched it. They have now these arm grips things. It kind of looks like the Oculus Rift controller a little bit. It has a circle. It has the joystick. It has all the buttons of all the regular PlayStation controller. I wish I gotta set it up so we can show pictures of what we're looking at on the podcast. But pretty much, yeah, it looks more like it makes more sense. You don't got that glow in the dark ball on it. It just looks a little over the top for me, like the way it looks. VR controllers have always been kind of, it looks like you're driving a Star Trek plane, spaceship, or something like that.
Dangerous.
Yeah, it looks like you can kill somebody with one of them.
But
But
someone dive head first into a TV because of it.
yeah, pretty much. Let's read from IGN. Sony shared a glimpse of the new controllers that will be a part of its next-gen VR add-on for PS5. In his blog today, they look nothing like the glowing wands used for the PS VR headset. The new controllers look almost like the optical illusion. I don't think they look like that, but okay. These are IGN's words, not mine. And have a lot more in common with the Oculus usage. Oh yeah. It looks like the Oculus controller. They are thumbsticks, the face buttons at the end of both, with triggers on the other side. Then there's a plastic spiral that encases the hands. I guess the spirals to hold the controller in your hand so you don't end up throwing it like people were doing with the Wii controller.
Right.
Yeah. And then encases like a mini version of the orb Jodie Foster used to visit Afterlife Dimension in Contact. Now they're getting like cheeky with the... Pretty much this is going to be the PS5 version of VR. And if you guys see the link there, you can see the picture of it. I'm not too... VR still hasn't sold me yet. Maybe it's the future of gaming. Maybe it's just a nice novelty. I always go back to the thought of like 3D movies. 3D movies come back in style like every 10 years. And every time it comes back, it dies out for another 10 years. So like,
well, it's because they haven't found the sweet point of not being able to make everybody sick. A lot of people cannot handle the 3D, and I feel like VR is going to eventually, and it has to, hit a sweet point for video games. I feel like VR will be the future at some point. It's only a matter of time. It's just right now, number one, it's inaccessible. Like it's too
expensive.
pricey.
It's expensive. That's probably the only thing really stopping it, the price, because people will be willing to get sick if it was only for like $100. But at $500, it's like, whoa, I'm gonna get sick for $500. I don't know about that.
No, I don't like that.
Yeah, like, oh, do you need to go get eye surgery done? Nah, it's okay. I'm gonna buy this VR headset.
Yeah.
That's the only thing I don't think is cool with VR, because like, you know how like you could rock the game all day like with your controller, but like imagine trying to have like an all day or with like.
That's why I doubt. That's why I doubt its future, to be honest, because
yeah,
it's straining to have to do it all day, to have something on your face. Like you could do a whole day worth of controller gameplay on any console right now. With VR, how long are you gonna play VR for? You probably gonna play for like 20 minutes, like at most. I don't know. I did VR. I used to play VR games, and I could play the longest I've played a VR game for. It was like for 20 minutes. Until it gets like that movie, Her. Remember that movie, Her? He had a VR, and it just was a hologram that went around his whole room.
And my man, Joaquin Phoenix.
Joaquin Phoenix. Shout out to Joaquin.
Yeah, he was in there. He was wilding for Scarlett Johansson voice.
Oh yeah. Oh wow, for Scarlett Johansson.
But until VR gets to that point where like it's like a holograms come around your whole room and you don't have to put on the helmet, or you don't have to move your body that much, because he was just like, he looked like he was chilling while playing VR. He wasn't really like moving around crazy.
There has to be like a in the future, there has to be a detector within VR that determines what part of your brain pushes forward motion and backward, and you know your motions within your body.
You're scaring the shit out of me. You scared. That sounds like some Terminator. Put a chip in your brain.
Right, come on now.
When you were saying that, all I heard was doo 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 doo.
He's ready. Break him out.
Giga, get down. There's a bomb. You okay, Giga? Yep.
We're going to Mars.
No, listen, Sid. Once they figure out what part of our brain makes us move forward and backwards, and we can just play a game with our mind, it's over for us.
Oh yeah, of course.
That's too much.
It's over.
No, I mean, you could either be
leave me alone. I'm on level 10.
It could either be with controls, or it could be, just the headset has to be more comfortable and more affordable. And the problem is that that's not the case. Like right now, it's just not the case.
Yeah, it has to be more comfortable and affordable. I agree. It can't be that big on your head. I hope they can make it like a little bit like a little bit thicker sunglasses or something that you just put on.
Yeah.
Like when it gets to that point, maybe in like 10 years, because you can't sleep on technology. Technology advances fast.
Everything's shrinking smaller anyway.
Exactly. So I think once it gets to that point, and the Kinect for Xbox, they had a good idea. Like no controller, you just play it all with your hands. Like you're swinging. Like that's not a bad. It didn't work that well back then, but that was 10 years ago. And
Yeah, imagine now.
imagine 10 years in the future from now. Like
Facts.
that's gonna be it. Like, oh, let me look through my movies, and you just swipe through all of them.
Historic stuff.
Yeah, like that's gonna be wild. But I don't know. Yeah, like I don't know if VR even right now is ready. I give it another 10 years before it really becomes a standard.
It isn't simply because A, the budget for the games that have been created for it are not enough. B, even with the budgets, it seems like they cannot compromise with the controls and the interactivity between the VR. And C, the ones that do compromise between the control, the VR, and the console, it's just too pricey. It's like, it's for, I'm sorry to say it, but it's for higher end people that are well enough to be able to purchase it.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, like I have a friend on Twitch that all he streams is VR games, and he gets a lot of viewers. He goes nuts. He has one camera that shows him his real body moving around the room, and then one camera that shows the game, and it's wild. It's wild seeing him do it. Like, whoa. But he has
those type of streams are tough.
Yo, it's crazy. He has like the treadmill though, because he could walk in the game too. And I'm like, what the, like how much he spent on this? I mean, this guy, he got money, but he's living in Jersey. What do you think he's doing out there? Oh, you Rocky over here. but
Rocky's a good movie.
Rocky 3 is a good fucking movie, bro.
It is, man.
But moving forward, let's get.
Wait, hold on. You know, what would you say is the worst movie? I can literally tell you, even though I loved this movie when I was little. Wait, what?
Of all time?
Out of the Rockies?
Of all time.
Only Rockies or every movie ever?
Any movie.
The worst movie of all time. Go for it. I don't know. Okay,
so I thought when I was little, this movie was the bomb. And then when I get older, I was just like, why? And it's called Big Trouble in Little China.
No, that movie's good. Stop.
Nah.
They got Kurt Russell. That's the movie that inspired Mortal Kombat. Without that movie, there would be no Mortal Kombat.
Oh, well then good luck with your Mortal Kombat. But when I was younger, I thought it was so good. And then like as I got older, I'm like, what do you mean? This is how you do magic.
It was the 80s, bro.
I can't believe you, bro.
It was the Come on, bro. It was the 80s.
You hate the golden child.
Word, the golden child is the
stereotypical kid.
Need the knife.
Like, oh, you need to save me. You need to save me. Oh yes, I got you. Then they just walk away. It's like, come on now.
Nah, listen, man. It was the 80s, bro. You can't knock 80s movies.
All right, fine.
Every 80s movies had bad CGI, corny acting, and racist stuff in it.
Okay, how about after 2003? Something that you were like, oh, this is gonna be a great movie, and then you were like,
this is the worst movie ever.
I can tell you which one right away, and you don't even know it. And the second I say it, you're gonna lose your mind.
2003.
What?
You said after 2003?
Yeah.
Daredevil was really bad.
Nah, you don't even know. Dragon Ball.
I knew you was gonna say Dragon Ball Evolution.
Dragon Ball's really. There's nothing redeeming about it.
That hurt.
It's not even so bad. It's good. It's just bad.
It just makes no
Daredevil
sense.
could pass for so bad it's good. Like Daredevil could pass for that, but
yeah, I'll take Daredevil. I'll watch Daredevil.
It can pass for that.
Yeah, Daredevil could pass for so. Some people watch Daredevil for laughs, like
Ben Affleck. Clark Duncan getting his knees broke,
or Ben Affleck sleeping in the water. Like what are you? Are you a vampire or a blind?
Yeah.
What are you, a fish?
Like, what are you doing?
I put my money in the water. Like, what are you doing, man?
Even being a kid, I was like, that's stupid. That is stupid.
In water to
why
block out the sound.
No. Put on headphones. No. You can put on headphones. What are you doing?
I just think they want to be like, look how hardcore he is. He sleeps underwater.
That was stupid. How would you even be able to sleep? It'd probably get cold. Like,
Like after the water cools down, it's just freezing ice cold.
unless it got like a thermometer.
Hypothermia.
Yeah, word. Your skin's all pruny when you wake up.
It comes out perfect. He's a vampire. You figured it out.
He must be a vampire. It didn't make
The
sense.
Netflix Daredevil was really a vampire devil.
Word. I mean,
I
He
can't-
came out the water creepy.
yeah, word. And then they had Coolio in the extended version. Somebody was like, yeah. Somebody. Sorry to interrupt, but somebody was really like, "Yo, you gotta watch the director's cut of Daredevil. It's the best movie ever. Like it saves the movie. It's like the Snyder cut, but for Marvel." No.
Well,
No.
Well,
Not
going
even
back,
Coolio couldn't save it.
No.
going back to the VR point before we move on. I feel like if we're looking further into the future, I feel like those that are gonna be committed gamers, we're going, and I think gaming eventually, if you want to get realistic, is gonna evolve from just gaming into just virtual realism that you use to escape reality.
100%, like dot hack.
Yes.
100%.
And I think
that too.
eventually
That
you're
too.
gonna be able to put it under your taxes or put it under your housing where you're gonna have a virtual room, and that's gonna be the space that you use for that.
Not to go too sci-fi either, but like it like even like going to work, you could put on a VR headset and then like let's say there's a robot at your job. You put on the VR thing and then you control the robot from home.
That's nuts.
And then like let's say you're like a waiter and you're bringing food to a table, but it's like a robot, but you're home like holding the thing up.
I'm a robot. And it's awesome because like that's also gonna be scary because people are gonna be like, yeah, I could work overtime, and they're gonna keep the things on their head because they in a robot.
Yo, people gonna be getting. I ain't even gonna say.
Word, you swoon. Dodge that one.
Yeah.
You still here? Yeah, it's me.
You could do
Pass
all
that
kinds of
box.
fun stuff and still do overtime.
Facts.
My robot's there. I could just work. I could just work from home.
Eventually,
in one motion.
eventually they're gonna come up with robots good enough to do other activities.
Like, yo, why's your
They're
robot's nose bleeding, or why does he keep rubbing his nose? My robot got a cold.
Crazy because you move like 50 boxes within 5 minutes.
Oh, geez.
Oh man, yeah. VR and robots is the future. I don't know. That's why I keep thinking about Terminator, bro.
Yeah, it's happening.
Yo, Sin, imagine you're like the savior, John Connor, bro. Like, robot comes to your house and is like, you protect the future. Come with me if you want to live.
I'll be like, I'm going right back to Puerto Rico. I'm safe on my island. Thank you.
They'll make it. The robots can go to Puerto Rico, bro.
You bugging? You know how many hurricanes we get over there?
Oh, you're right. The weather will save you. Nah, he got a point.
Does anybody want to mention the last topic that I'm really scared to talk?
No, I'm stuck on this
I'll do
future.
it. I'm gonna do it.
I'm stuck on this scary ass future. But yeah, go ahead. You could introduce it.
Ladies and gentlemen, Sony has decided to buy EVO. I hope everybody here knows what EVO is.
Break it
Explain
down for
the
him.
ones that don't.
Yeah, break it down for him just in case.
Okay, so EVO is a massive tournament holding organization that happens every year, and it invites a multitude of video game tournaments to come under one congregation, and it happens consecutively throughout a couple of days. And before Sony was the sole proprietor, you had other games that could be a part of it. And the main discussion that's happening due to this is what games will still be able to take a part of it, 1, and 2, how has the pandemic affected it, and 3, and most importantly, and this is not only Sony's fault, it is also Nintendo's fault, is will Smash Bros. Ultimate even be a part of it? Because unfortunately, we still cannot do offline, and Ultimate's online sucks. And the Smash community harassment is still a prevalent thing. So
Okay.
it is Sony's final decision, and I wanted to know what your guys' takes is on this.
Go ahead, Diaz. You got something?
I honestly think that Sony's gonna just be in it for the money. They're gonna be like, whatever games that was popular at the EVO before we bought it, we bringing that here. We getting that bread. We getting that fan base. And who knows? Maybe they might jump over to some Switch games. But like, I think they're gonna keep it pretty basic, like the main games from the tournaments that they've been doing, and they'll probably add like some Sony aspects to it. But I don't see them going crazy like, oh yeah, let's bring Halo. Like, I don't see them going that far. Even though I know it's like fighting games only, but I think Sony wouldn't be that whack to be like, hey, let's add other games that don't belong here.
They have other games on the side, not just fighting games, because they do like Mario Kart tourneys. Like, they won't be on the live stream on the TV, but on the side they'll have like Crash Team Racing. They'll have other multiplayer games, tournaments, Dreamcast games. So everybody's biggest fear is pretty much, what is Sony gonna change? And to be honest with you, I don't think Sony's gonna change much. I think it is gonna be way more Sony centric. Like, if before there was an option to play on a PC, maybe they're gonna be like, no, if there's a PlayStation version of this game, you're gonna play it on PlayStation.
That's foul.
Yo,
Yeah,
but I would do the
honestly see
same
it
thing
going
though.
down. Yeah,
I would do
honestly
the
see it
same.
going down.
Yo, if let's say I'm Bravery Studios, I'm doing a Bravery Studios tournament. Like, I want to promote Bravery Studios the most because I own I want my name out there. I paid for it. I deserve it. So I don't knock if Sony's like, nah, Street Fighter 5 PC version? No, Street Fighter 5 PlayStation 5 version. Why are you going to play the PC version when they got it on PS5? And to be honest, they're lucky because most fighting games, FGC games, are on PlayStation, so they don't have to worry about it. The biggest question marks is Smash Brothers and maybe Killer Instinct, because Killer Instinct is Xbox only. Smash Brothers is Switch only. What I think they're gonna do? They're gonna be like, all right, Smash Bros could chill could stay and they could have the tournament, because that's a huge game. You can't take Smash out of the equation. It's huge. They would lose so much from taking away Smash as far as viewership and participation.
Well, I don't see it happening for Melee as soon as the pandemic is over, but Ultimate concerns me. Even
You think so?
without,
You think they get rid of Ultimate? I don't think so.
well, because even without the pandemic's already affected Ultimate's perspective because of online, and then offline we have the harassment things that have happened.
But all right, the harassment thing is a big issue, yes. But and the there's a lot of issues with what happened there. But I think Sony's plan is to bring back local tournaments. I don't think the plan is, hey, let's make this whole jazz online now.
Yeah.
I think they brought EVO with the expectation that no, we're gonna pack a stadium with video games. That's what I think. I don't work for Sony. I don't know, but online is like a secondary thought, because tournaments don't work that well online. Tournaments are so rough online. I didn't even like doing it on my Twitch channel because it was just rough as hell with any game, not just Smash. Tekken's horrible online. I mean, we get away with it because we kind of live close to each other, the people I play with.
Yeah.
But forget about it. We had somebody from Japan playing Tekken. It ain't gonna fly.
His frames, he dropped. He cheating.
Yeah, he got the lag switch. He got the lag switch.
All right.
Yeah.
So for the last segment of the podcast, I decided.
Wait, we're not done with EVO yet, though.
Oh, I'm sorry.
I got a lot more to say about this.
I was gonna ask you questions, but it's okay. Go ahead.
No, we can still ask the questions, but there's still a lot more about EVO. Well, I lost my train of thought already. The other thing, the other Y factor and if factor is not just Sony, it's the other companies. Because if Sony owns the tournament and then they're like, all right, let's show off Killer Instinct, because remember EVO, they also show off new games, new fighting games that are coming out. So if Killer Instinct is coming out with a new Killer Instinct 2 for Xbox, what's the new Xbox called?
Xbox Series 1.
Whatever the hell it's called.
Yeah.
Are you going to promote that? Is Sony going to let you promote that at their tournament? Are you going to want to promote it at a Sony-funded event? Is Nintendo going to want Smash Bros. Being played while on side tournaments, they're playing PlayStation exclusive games where like the Smash crowd is going to interact with Sony only crowd or whatever like that too.
Where you know they're gonna have to pay dividends.
We don't know if Nintendo doesn't like to play ball. I think people are scared of what Sony's gonna do. I'm more nervous about what Nintendo will do because Nintendo's xenophobic. Nintendo doesn't like outsiders, and they were already iffy with Smash being at EVO in general. Now
Project M.
Now are they gonna let Project M being played on the side? Or are they gonna let people play PlayStation All-Stars on the side? That's not going to happen, but theoretically, hypothetically, like Nintendo might say, all right, Sony's going to let Smash be there, but we don't want to be there in general. We're not going to be there. We're not going to let them play Smash at a Sony event. Because I don't think Sony sees Nintendo as competition. I think Nintendo is in his own lane. Sony's like, we beefing with Xbox. We don't want no smoke. You don't even got smoke to give us. We're Sony.
Yeah,
we're number one.
Step your hard drive up.
Yeah, you don't got no smoke to give us. You in a whole nother lane. But Nintendo might not think that way. Nintendo might be like, Sony's the enemy. Sony's been enemies since Super Nintendo, and they almost made a system together.
Word, I remember that.
Nintendo made that so hard. They could have made so much money. Well, anyways, moving on.
They didn't want to do a system with Sony because then they were like, Sony's gonna take half the money for all the systems made, and Sony's a bigger company than Nintendo.
Yeah,
Nintendo makes more money off video games, but Sony got movies, Sony got music, Sony got refrigerators, Sony got headphones, CD players, VCRs, everything.
You name it.
Yeah.
Overall, go ahead, DX. Go ahead.
No, go ahead, dude.
I was just gonna say, overall, Sony buying EVO is great for EVO because they're gonna step it up a million times. Sony's got the money. They can have Jesus come through and endorse it. Michael Jordan's gonna show up and be like, yeah, shout out to EVO, stop it, get some help. Yeah. Sony could pay anybody to be there. Snoop Dogg's gonna be there. They got the money to do everything. But I feel like people gonna want to fuck with them. That's up to them.
I feel like Sony just did the power move and was like, you know what?
100%.
We owning everything before tournaments do open up again. Like, it's coming under our umbrella. Like, y'all gotta mess with us. Come to Death Row.
Yeah.
If y'all want to.
Yeah, come to Death Row. Oh, don't bring me back to.
Because they know they don't want to go. You know they don't want to go. That's
come Sony, with like, me, Hail Mary.
It's just a bad look. I feel like Xbox would be like, who cares?
Xbox might play ball.
Put our
with
stuff
Sony.
in there.
Xbox knows they're always
like
going to be number two.
Nintendo.
Nintendo plays close to the chest. I don't know if they're going to want to. They're not going to want to deal with Sony when it comes to this. They might say, nah.
They're going to be like, you get demo.
Then we got. Is Nintendo even going to want to be at tournaments anymore anyway because of all the controversy that happened last year, where all the harassments with the allegations, all that craziness? Does Nintendo even want to be at another tournament? Do they even want to endorse it? Sin, what do you think? You think that Nintendo doesn't even want nothing to do with tournaments in general anymore?
Right now, I feel like Nintendo absolutely wants nothing to do with tournaments. In fact, they've made it even more difficult for us to open. You could do it at a local level, before under 100 players, but once you start getting past 100 players, they do want recertification, they want certification, they want call contact, and that is just horrendous in and of itself.
That's what I'm saying. I feel like Nintendo don't even want people doing tournaments of Smash no more. The last like people who were top tier in Smash, they really ruined it for everybody.
And it's not even it's the last top people that you least expected.
Yeah. Before all this allegations came out, man, they were doing showcases of Smash players. Do you remember they started doing it recently? They did a video of a couple like high Smash players, and They're not gonna do that again ever.
We were on our way to the top, and then they knocked us down.
Nintendo never made another movie after the Mario movie because they're like, fool me once. Now with the tournaments, it's gonna be the same thing. Oh no, y'all fooled me once. I'm not. I ain't playing ball with that. You guys walled out last time we promoted tournaments for you guys.
Okay, so
what happens when you help people? No more.
Yeah.
That's
yeah, true. Okay, so last podcast I had offered a $20 Nintendo US eShop card, and that didn't come to fruition. So you know what we're gonna do this time around is whoever can ask us the most important question that I feel like is gonna lead into the next podcast, I will send you a $20 US eShop card. All you gotta do is DM me on Twitch, Twitter, social media, wherever. Okay, so I did get a couple questions asked, but you know it'll be up for debate. One of them I'm just gonna throw at DX right away, and then you know so they have no name because I asked for no names. It's about 5, but I'm only gonna pick for one of each for us because you know we don't have that much time. Nice. Okay, so DX, what would you say was your favorite game to date, and what is your fondest memory of it?
Damn.
Of all time?
Yes.
Oh wow.
That hurts.
I could be a troll and answer this question for you, but
yeah, I know you want to say Crazy Taxi. I didn't own a Dreamcast, you jerk. I didn't own a Dreamcast.
Oh man.
Yeah, man, I really can't pick, dude. I had so many fond memories of games, but if I was to pick one off the top of the head, Uncharted 2.
That's a good pick. A lot of people love Uncharted.
But what was your most memorable moment about it?
Damn, was that part 2? The cargo ship, or was that part 3?
I never played Uncharted, to be honest with you.
Oh fudge! I want to say part 2 was the cargo plane. You had to climb up the plane. If not, I'm thinking of part 3, but I'm very.
If he's wrong, leave a comment in the sections down below.
I'm most likely wrong, but probably right.
Okay. Okay, Marv, what would you say?
I'm scared of this question now.
What would you say was your most hated console that you ever played that you bought and you wanted to refund right away?
Console?
Yes.
Oh man, that's hard because consoles. I at least found one game I like on it.
Oh no! So the console that you more than likely were bound to return.
Console.
I can give you an opinion from my end, but that would be not me asking myself a question.
Console.
Handheld console.
I would probably say the Wii U. Not because the Wii U is a horrible console, but I didn't play nothing on it but Smash. I pretty much brought a Wii U for Smash and Mario Kart.
Yes.
And that was it. And then the minute it was done, the most annoying moment in my history with the Wii U was my friend told me to bring over Smash and bring the console. I brought the console to his house and I had the Pro controller, so I didn't bring the gamepad. I only brought the Pro controller and the console and the adapter for the GameCube controllers. Tell me why you can't control the main menu with the Pro controller.
What?
I'm sorry to say.
Like that pissed me off.
I'm sorry to say because I want, and for those that feel robbed in the comments, just let me know. I'm sorry, but I'm sorry to say, but I want to answer that same question and the same answer. The Wii U, I felt robbed because not only could you not put the GameCube controller into it, the Virtual Console for it sucked. The controller that was meant to be like the Switch was limited to 15 feet, and technically, if you wanted to get technical, it was more like 3 feet. And they had limited accessibility to roster games. Like it was just 3 to 4 games a year.
I like the Xbox 360 more than and I hate Xbox, but I like the Xbox 360 more than the Wii U. I had fun with my 360. Dead Rising, Lost Planet.
Yeah, Lost Planet was fire.
I had fun with my 360.
But I will say with that, guys, make sure if you have any questions you want to ask us, hit us up on our social medias. The links are right down below. We all have social medias. Hit us up on the comments on YouTube. Like us on Apple, Spotify, leave a review, and leave a comment. Let us know any questions you have, and we will answer them at the end of each podcast, at least one.
That was a tough question because consoles, you could kind of make it work if you find at least one good game that you like, but the Wii U was bad. The Wii U was bad. Oh my God, the Wii U was bad.
It was bad because, look, I'm going to tell you how I know it was bad. There was 1 year, I think it was 2012. Correct me if I'm wrong. All I played that whole year was Xenoblade Chronicles X. Nothing else.
You didn't play Smash?
100%.
Smash Bros was nowhere near the top of the list until they made it work better because the online was just that bad.
Oh yeah, I started playing Smash late on the Wii U, and when I got to Twitch, but yeah, the Wii U was probably Nintendo's worst home console. But honestly, I played Smash 4 more than any other Smash game. I was streaming that game every day for 3 hours every day on Twitch. That was the most hype I ever had on Twitch, was with the Wii U. So, I mean, I can't hate it too much, but if you have to ask me what's the worst console I ever brought, that's the one.
What about the and I know it's a handheld and this is a cheap shot, but what about the Game Boy Advance SP?
I love the Game Boy Advance SP. You didn't like the SP?
I hated the SP because all they sold you on was the light.
But that light made a big difference because remember before you had to buy the worm light, the little.
Word.
I love the worm light. Listen,
You
I
do?
could use the worm. Listen, I could use the worm light to look at my Playboy to look at magazines.
I love the SP because it was like a cell phone. If there was a girl coming by and she thought I was a nerd, I'd be like, "Hello."
Flip that big ass shit, and it looked normal because back then phones
Word,
was like that.
it looked normal. You didn't look like a nerd holding it. I'd be like, "Hello,"
Pull out something big
real
like that,
quick.
you look crazy.
Like,
your
damn.
old ass phone. Like what?
I love the SP. Oh my God, I bought the SP. I was the happiest kid ever, bro. I went to Game Mania in downtown Patterson. I brought me Sonic Advance 2. I brought Final Fantasy Tactics Advance, and I brought Street Fighter Alpha 3. And I was the happiest kid in school, bro, because under the desk, I got the light already. I don't got to put a light on it. Rocking.
The worm light used to drain your battery.
That too. Like, I'm surprised.
That's a valid point.
I'm surprised you don't like the SP. The SP was dope. I didn't like the regular Game Boy Advance.
Well, I mean, we were poor Puerto Ricans living on dirt, so.
Damn.
No, I like the PSP the most of all my handhelds. The PSP, I think, was the best handheld console. It has so many games for it. So many.
And it had game sharing.
And you could hack it and put emulators on it.
That was if you was brave.
I'm one of the few where
Braveheart.
I feel like everybody slept on the 3D on the 3DS.
The 3DS was dope. I like the 3DS too, but PSP wins it for me just cause the amount of games it had. It had a lot of exclusive games that you could only play on PSP. Where
Chains of Olympus.
True.
Chains of Olympus, Final Fantasy VII, Ghost of Sparta, Crisis Core, Final Fantasy Tactics. It had a lot of great games.
You could put emulators on it,
and you could hack it and put emulators, and it wasn't hard to hack. You could just hook it up with a USB to your computer, and that was it.
It did have internet on it.
It had internet.
If you had Wi-Fi.
Your browser. The only bad thing was the memory cards. The memory cards were expensive.
Oh man, the memory sticks.
Yeah, but I did play my 3DS more just because I don't remember why. I had a lot more time with my 3DS, but
as you get older, you know what it is,
PSP
and this is something dope. I was talking about my one of my younger students before I retired from teaching was that the older you get, the more valuable your time is, and so you decide to play more games that are gonna be worth your time. Versus in the past, you'd be willing to just try anything, just throw it in there. It's like, oh, it sucks next. Oh, just throw it in there. It sucks next. So we have a skewed perspective.
That's why I'm scared to play Monster Hunter. You heard? That's why I'm scared to play Monster Hunter. It's because I know that's a game you gotta invest mad time in.
Listen, I will promise you, if it ain't worth your time, I'll even refund you the money.
Nah, never, Sin. Sin, I'd buy the game and give you the money to refund it. I wouldn't even care. I give the extra money for the game, and he won't even need to buy it. I won't even expect that.
I'll just stare at it. I'll be like, yeah, let me get that game over there.
With that said, guys, any questions for the future podcast, please let us know. We will answer them.
Let us know. Guys, it's been a good show. A very Sony-centric episode. It's been a very Sony episode of Mask and Patch.
We do what we want.
We have to.
The Sony power.
Flying Saucer PS2 Delights.
What is it? Oculus?
Oculus?
Yeah.
It's PlayStation VR.
Word. I want that new Ninja Turtles game.
Oh my God, it looks good. It looks really good. Ladies and gentlemen, thank you for kicking it with us.
Ladies and gentlemen, I hope everybody's had an amazing night. I'm your boy Sinfanta. You can find me at twitch.tv/Sinfanta. And
I'm Gnarly Moth, the boss of the Bravehearts. Find me on Twitch, Bravery Arcade at Twitch, or twitch.tv/Bravery Arcade. And my Super Saiyan next to me.
My guy, it's your boy DX the Great, and you can follow me on my mysterious Twitter, Great, THE Great. I should be in this.
The X is breaking up so much right now.
Yeah, he's breaking up.
He was doing so good. It's on the screen.
The Great.
It's on the screen. You were doing so good throughout the show.
All right, guys. Everybody have a wonderful week. We'll see you on the next one. I love you guys. Love you guys.
Mission complete.
9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, 0.
We await your return, Bravehearts.